wow, just wow. Oh, it infuriates me. So I looked online, and there were talks about Captain Marvel making $1 billion, right? And probably it's due because of the Avengers movie coming out, Endgame. I've not even seen the Infinity War. Okay, I'm not interested whatsoever. But that's my take. You know, you just can't change my opinion. Just as well, I can't change the millions and millions of people that that love these movies. But it galls me the fact that, Kevin Feige, man, he must have a big head to have done this for the last 10 years of developing some of the worst movies out there, that and for those movies to make loads of money. I mean, these Marvel movies are so popcorn, leave your brains home at work, same colour palette, same tongue in cheek in every movie, same joke and everything. There's not much depth in them. I think the only depth maybe that happened might have been in Infinity War, and hopefully some people got killed then I would actually be cheering, because after watching was it Thor, Captain America, Guardians of the Galaxy, it's actually making me quench just talking about remembering these god awful movies, especially considering the fantastic BVS and Man of Steel that had so much depth and grit and strength to the characters, to the development of them, and what we could have had is just it's soul destroying to know that the world doesn't recognise some of the greatest films out there, and they've been brainwashed into these movies. So, and the fact that Captain Marvel made so much money, even after, right? Even after Disney protecting it, right? Thing with the Rotten Tomatoes, stories about buying cinema seats, Brie Larson coming out about the feminism and stuff like that. The jiggle of Rotten Tomatoes, where the people want to, did they like it or not, and then finally we're all cheering because the fans have seen it drop down. Video I released earlier about the critic actually saying he believes the audience scores rather than the critics. Probably haven't been one himself, because it's more honest, and not one person I know who has seen that film has come out said it was good, but still it made, I don't know if it's true, right, but I'm just seeing these posts, it made money, and I'm thinking, how on earth am I living in a world where these average movies are making tons of money? It's, and I said it before in a couple of my last videos, my last few videos. The reason that these movies have done so well is because it's like a TV series, and we're up to the season finale, and oh my god, season finale! I just like the title, Avengers Endgame. Oh, my 10-year agony is gone. I mean, there was a few heroes that I actually liked that Marvel Studio Disney destroyed. One was the Hulk, and most importantly was Spider-Man. Spider-Man Homecoming. I seen an image, and I don't know what was happening in it, that the boy playing Spider-Man was lying in the ground. But then I know that there's a Spider-Man movie coming out, so maybe he didn't die in that, because that really wasn't a Spider-Man movie, Homecoming. I don't know what that was. That was some sort of Disney version. You know, it's like what was it Disney's doing just now? They're taking all the animated movies and turning it into a real life. That's what they did with Spider-Man, and it just didn't work. And anybody who knew Spider-Man would tell that you might as well call that Iron Man 4 or something, because that has nothing to do with Spider-Man. And so when you look at these films, and for these films and for these to make so much money, you wonder, how was the campaign? How did we get to this state of fact that people can see these films and actually go home and think about watching it again, when we've seen films where Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman take on Doomsday, and there's actually a power struggle with the minds as well in one film. We see an apocalyptic future of things going wrong for our heroes, but when you look at the Marvel films that had came out, like Thor Underworld or whatever it was, 2, and Ragnarok and stuff like that, and people not understanding that superheroes don't need to be comedies. They don't need to be one-sided, right? DC had done the one-sided Superman with Christopher Reeve before, and Superman Returns, but there was more dimensions to him. So what's happening just now is we get Marvel superheroes that are only sort of one dimension. There's only one character straight, and if he dies, and if a character dies like that, but when you saw Superman die, taking the sacrifice, having that thing plunged through his heart, oh, couldn't have been a dry eye in the house. That was with the music score. So I just hope this is the agony finished. You know, I just hope that, I see other YouTubers who probably liked the previous films that I gassed that Captain Marvel got so much money and everything else, and they're claiming, oh, this will be the end for Marvel, if Avengers Endgame, if Captain Marvel punches Thanos, then people will turn away. No, it's too late. Nobody will turn away from this rubbish crap. I don't know where Marvel films will come. I hope it's Endgame is it. I know they'll constantly make Marvel films now that they know that they can spout out any sort of rubbish and people will buy for it. It's a franchise now. You know, just like Disney has, they have got something where people will blindly just go and pay movie because of the brand, even though the movie's rubbish. That's why I'm sort of proud of the DC fans, because we speak up for what we like. We defend what we like. We don't follow the majority of people out there that, because when you listen to the majority of people will just agree with the majority of people because they don't want to look foolish. But thankfully, DC fans know what they want, know their characters well, and we watch. Now, I love Arrow and all that sort of stuff, but I know it's not as good as what it could have been in DC Legends and Supergirl. We'll speak up against that sort of stuff. We won't just blindly love these TV shows because it's DC. Right? We will either support it or not support it if it's good. And that, I believe, is what happened with the whole franchise in particular. But unfortunately, the rest of the world who don't know these characters I don't understand that there's actually more than one dimension. I mean, is that what's wrong with people in this world when they go and see these movies? They just want something simplified. They want something. They want something one-dimensional. If they have one image or one vision of a character, if that's not been put on the screen, they'll totally. I mean, we're talking about the Batman and the killing thing, and there's a video out there. I'll release it in a wee minute that I found on the telly about people claiming that Batman Returns was too scary for kids, even though it was credited PG-13, and they asked a 9-year-old lassie what they thought of it. It's not for her. It's Batman. It's Penguin. These characters in these comic books are read a comic. And they had this mother coming up and talking about these aren't the heroes that I grew up with. The heroes you grew up with came out in the 1960s and 50s TV series. If you really, PG-13 means you go and view a film before you take your young kid to see it. Yeah, granted, kids, superhero movies, you automatically think that it's for kids. They're not for kids, okay? They were written by adults when they first began. Superman was more of a thug and everything else. Now, adults were going, oh, I don't like things with drawings on them because that isn't what adults are supposed to do. But lo and behold, we have great authors like Stephen King and stuff that are writing books. We have adaptations of great novels getting turned into graphic novels. We have books like The Preacher, and if you've seen The Preacher on TV, you know that ain't for kids. But so that means there is 3 different. You can get superheroes comics for kids, but you can also get the mature ones. You can get those, and for adults to actually appreciate superheroes, you have to put a sense of maturity into them. And sadly, Marvel superheroes don't, in their movies, don't have that sort of maturity in them. Thankfully, DC did have with Man of Steel and BVS. So, no, I am just gutted. I honestly, I'll put my hands up. I'm not going to sit on the fence like a lot of YouTubers go. I hate them. I hate Marvel. I won't go out my way to see it. I hope someday in my lifetime it fails badly. I think the world really needs to, when this end game comes up, I hope it's rotten. The fact that it's already it's already made all this money before it comes out, and Kevin Feige, he must be thinking he's it. He's the wrong guy to get such credit. He is the wrong guy. He's based most of his movies on other films, and he's even said it. He doesn't have a fresh idea of his own. When Civil War came out, it was based on BVS. Now I saw a video one time saying why Civil War was better than Batman vs Superman. Give us a break. The fight ended up in an airport with all these different heroes. There wasn't any psychological mental warframe between 2 friends going toe to toe. It wasn't 2 ideals of how to be. It was just boring as hell, and it felt like it was no. But if you're with me and you're tired of this stuff, then ask yourself, why do you own a ticket to see a Marvel film? Maybe you are that. Maybe you do just like one-dimensional superheroes. Me? And if you like this video, you like something more. Something with a wee bit more one-dimensional. More real. More... Oh, God. To think some some people out there are saying, oh, Batman doesn't kill. I know Zack Snyder just came away and said, oh, what world are you living in where heroes don't kill and everything else? I've seen comic book stories where Superman, you know, you can't save everyone, or there's a scene in Kingdom Come, no, Identity Crisis, where he just closes his ear to the fact that one of the characters, you know, basically got, I can't remember the proper name for it, but he got mind buggered, you know, he got mind buggered. I don't know if it was against that. Then you talk about Kingdom Come, when he sort of just gave up in the world and stuff like that, and you know, and Superman in stories can go to the dark side because he's human. Batman as well, he can hit dark places and everything else, and you can't say that he had these people hasn't, not intentionally, but has maybe killed somebody. And you can dress a hero up in so many ways to say, you know, that makes it unbelievable, right? When everything just turns out rosy for the character, that to be a hero, it's the struggle you have within and not just the outside that you're having to deal with. And that's what was shown on those earlier DC movies that has never been shown in a Marvel movie. And so, for me, Endgame, end my torment. Thank you. That's my truth. DC Vigilante out.